there any science whereby a man can, when he thinks he can't? Is there any philosophy whereby a man can rise until he looks up? Is there any way by which a man can succeed while he thinks, talks, and lives a failure? Man cannot go in opposite directions at the same time. There is no certainty in the presence of doubt. Until you erase fate and can't and doubt from your vocabulary, you cannot rise. You cannot get strong while you harbor convictions of your weakness, or be happy while you dwell on your miseries or misfortunes.
Here's one of my plates. This is my frame reinforcing kit. This is gonna go right here, right there, on the inside of the passenger side. That was the easiest to work on right now. On the driver's side, the fuel tank will be in the way, so I'll have to pull the fuel tank off to design that, but I go, let's see if I can make this work. So this is the rest of the frame from the cross member back. So that goes like that. Now I got a couple cuts here. I might change it, but right here is like a pad for the bump stop. The bump stop goes up right there. So I went around that, but right here is where the body mounts to the frame. There's a bracket right there, and the bed has like a little plastic washer that it sits on. I'm thinking on the next version just to leave this in there, and what you'd have to do to install this would be to unbolt the bed, lift the bed up, knock that plastic piece out, and then just slide this in and then put the bed back down. Aha! But this is mine. This is my first prototype. I think I just might add another piece of angle right here just to reinforce this section on the, yeah. I think, you know, it's a design as we go. We learn as we go here, so. Yeah, so this is where you gotta stop and rethink things, right? So, I straightened up this piece that way. It was bowed, right? So now it's flatter, but the angle here isn't actually at a 90 degree, you know, nice and square anymore. You know what I mean? Square. I mean, they are, but they're not perfect. You know, so it's tighter on the outside edge. So it's just gonna have to be banged on there, and I don't want to bang it on now because I'm not done working on it. Okay. And by the way, this is going to fit in the existing frame, right? Or over the existing frame. So you do want it tight between here and there. Okay, because it's going to have bolts in, but the bolts basically just secure this to the existing frame. Okay, this angle on the top and the bottom, holding it tight in there, is perfect. We'll keep it snug, and the bolts will keep it attached, right? Because you're looking at movement like that, right? So I think this is going to work, but I need to fit it up, lay out my holes for my bolts, take it off, make sure my holes are going to work and aren't, you know, make sure there's no obstructions or existing holes, or so that's going to take some time, but that piece is good. I think all my dimensions and everything are going to work. The second piece, this one, I had no issues with, but I didn't get this one as hot. And there's some things I'm going to change, like on this piece right here, I could have left that in there. I might add a piece. I'm sure I got this piece somewhere in my scrap pile. And then I may reinforce this section here with a piece of angle facing the opposite direction. This fits snug already. I checked it out. It's got to be banged on there, and it's good. Get my I need to grind the welds down on the inside flat, but other than that, I think it's this is work. Same thing, I got to line up my holes, and then I got to make the piece that connects the two. And I have several ideas going in my head right now, but I can't do anything until I put these on. Well, hey guys, it's I just checked the weather right now. It's 93 degrees at 3 o'clock. So this is what I got. Looks like it's gonna work, or let's say it looks like it's gonna fit. I had to do some what's that called, finagling to get this one on. I could get that end started, but halfway I was having issues, you know. Had to get the big single jack out. I had trouble getting this side started. What I got was my big C-clamp. It's over there. C-clamped it on. I got started. And then whack it somewhere there in the middle. And yeah, okay, yeah. It's supposed to fit tight, right? So it's gonna go on something like that. Now, I don't want to put it all the way on and not be able to get it off, right? Spend a half a day trying to get it back off because I'm not done yet. I'm just test fitting. So there's part number one. There's part number two. This went on fairly easy. Now I'm going to do something with this. This is a weak spot right here because it's cut to go around this. And I had to cut it again for the body there. There's a little washer that goes underneath the body there. Looks like a little nylon washer or something. I thought maybe I could take that out and slide the metal underneath, but I don't know. It's hard to see in here. I can't. You can see a little white thing in there. Might work. Might have enough in it. So I was going to put this piece back that I cut out and make it solid, and then take that washer out, that plastic spacer or whatever, slide the metal in, loosen the bolt bed up, lift the bed up, slide this on, because this is a weak spot right here since it's cut there and it's cut here, the angle. But yeah, it's gonna fit something like that. So the next step is to connect the two halves here. I need to tie this half into that half, so I thought I'd make it like a bolt-on, right? A bolt-on piece goes underneath the cross member here, comes over, and then something over the top too, somehow. That's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. So, like I said, it looks like it's gonna fit. I guess I'll work on the design of tying the two pieces together, trying to make it as simple as possible. But you know, part of the design process is trial and error, yeah. Sometimes you overthink things. Like I've been sitting here for about 15-20 minutes just looking at this. Okay, now what? I think what I'm going to do right now is just take the shock absorber out of my way, because this is adding something to my view, my perspective here, you know. Drop that down. I'll get a better view and I'll get that aha. Right? The aha? What do I call that? There's a word for that. Oh, hey guys, it's 5 o'clock. Took me 5 hours to come up with this. This is just the bottom half. Okay, this is going to go under the cross member. That cross member is going to go right here. So now I got to work on the top one to go over the cross member. That's the idea anyway. We'll see whether it's going to work or not. So fit this up. This is easier to fit up. Just foam board. If that works, that fits. And then I'll cut it out of steel, right? And the same for the top piece. And then attach it. So what you do is you put your two pieces on, right? The big piece, the little piece. This piece will bolt in between. Theoretically, let's see if that works or not. All right, out there, it is, let's see, it's Wednesday already. I kind of didn't do anything yesterday. Not very productive. I had some things to take care of in the morning, and but I do have my two pieces installed. I got the back rail in. I got the bottom rail. I mean, it's not installed, it's fitted up. I want to make sure it's going to fit, right? It got a little warped when I put my finished welds on there. You can't rush that because then you get everything too hot. So I had to make sure it's going to fit. I had to straighten it out a little and then try to get it back on. And yeah, I finally took some persuading, you know. So now I'm thinking, I think I got my other parts figured out. I got them cut out of like cardboard right now. I did that yesterday. Let's see if this works out. I need a little enthusiasm here. I need to, yeah, you know, get excited here. So, hey guys, it's, let's see, before I get started here. Yeah, I'd like to say, doing stuff like this is, building stuff like this is kind of, you know, you're going into the unknown, right? You know, you got to get over that doubt in your mind though, because I mean that's a big holdup right there. Sure, you got the ideas, but you're like, I don't think it's going to work. Before you even start, you're already telling yourself this isn't going to work. You're going the wrong way. Don't even do that, you know. Some people will try stuff like this. At least try. Yeah, it's a little scary. It's a little nerve-wracking. You know, when you start doubting yourself, you're done. You're done before you even started. If you start doubting yourself, that's a hard thing to overcome, though. I've been listening to these, I guess what you call self-help, positive thinking lectures on YouTube. And the one I was watching yesterday, or listening to, is, you know, it's saying, hey, it's all in your mind. If you think you can, you can. And the same goes, if you think you can't, you can't. You're stopped before you even started, you know. You're your own worst enemy in that case. So, yeah, so every little thing here has gotten me doubting myself. And then you start thinking of all the things that could go wrong. So this lecture, I'll put a post to this at the end of the video, but they tell you, don't think of everything that can go wrong. Think of everything that can go right. Your thinking is wrong. You know, this is what stops a lot of people. What could go wrong? First think of what could go wrong, not what could go right. So they never do nothing. Play it safe all the time. Always do the same thing. Yeah, it's real easy to do that. And you just become, complacent, and you sit back and you wonder, well, I could have done this, I could have done that, and you never did, right?